What is wrong with these people? They've got it all backwards. They've got it all backwards, Pisces. How can people even be fighting? Pisces got their nose. They don't have anything to aim at. It's in the pocket. Daisy's sniffing it. Daisy's sniffing their nose. So it is. How can they do that? They have nothing to aim at. And what are they fighting over? I mean, shit like this is how 1,000 years war starts. Because nobody wants to take accountability. And I mean, namaste. So and when we're trying to figure out why this golden aura of the morning star energy is so important to these weirdos for whatever kind of destiny swap or whatever y'all are talking about, sacrificing earth angels. I'm trying to put somebody on a cross or some shit. And they say, Pisces, don't be afraid to ask for help, Pisces. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, well, your Google's broke. Your Google's broken because when I Google shit, it just weird shit happens. Hey, what are you doing? And then, people are talking about tower moments in 5, 4, 3, 2. And there's this chosen one out there that they challenged like a bunch of triggered demons. Hang on, we have to play with Daisy. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like that. You don't chew these. She chewed the star seed. She did. Of all the cards to get, she got the star seed. Ooh, 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 ooh. Scoot over some. Oh, you're not in the camera. Come here. Okay, a little closer. Where are you at? No, she's shaking it off. She's shaking the haters off. And in the process of shaking the haters off, this is what it is. And you're going to have to expect, people to be jealous. And sweet, but I mean, they can Google their own ignorance. That's what it is. I mean, did I tell you the story of the three little pigs? Did y'all catch that? Let's do it again. There was this little pig, and all they heard was money. And then that little pig went wee 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 somewhere. That little pig went wee 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 somewhere. And the other little pig found the loophole. Isn't that what it is? The other little pig found a loophole. And took the money. The little pig took the money and ran. However, this little pig got nothing. This little pig got nothing. He took no bribes. He became Commissioner Gordon. This little pig became Commissioner Gordon because he couldn't be corrupted. He stopped sniffing the pigs. She's sniffing the pigs. Anyway, this little pig became Commissioner Gordon because this little pig couldn't be corrupted and left empty-handed. And the best little pig is always the empty-handed because you can't if they're empty-handed, then you can't catch them Darth Vader handed. What are you doing? She's doing stuff again. Yes, that's your foot. This is my foot. I lick my foot. This is my foot. I lick my foot. Anyway, all right. That's what it is. And yeah, I mean, expect shit to be a whole lot more confusing. I mean, thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. I still can't find the ground Jim and I. There is a Jim and I. With something hitting behind their moon. There's a crowned gem. And when you look at some of these people, Pisces, their stone just isn't real. They're stoned, and there's nothing real about these fake motherfuckers. Anyway. So it is. And I mean, that's the quickest way to grow, to be totally honest. If you really want to know my honest opinion, the quickest way to grow it's called Roundup. Now, not the kind that involves lawsuits and stuff like that, but this is still a weed unaliver. It is a weed unaliver. It's called Roundup. What you want to do is you want to round up all this knowledge around your head. You round up all this knowledge around your head. like information, like a light. And once you round up all that information around your head, you'll glow like a morning star. Stop. And then you have two choices. Who cares? You have two choices. That's your illegal surveillance that's studying Pisces, because they don't want to miss that. They heard Scott Morgan say that the privilege of witnessing the inner light awakening of an INFJ, and the fact that you've got gods and angels and shit waking up on the planet, so that's what it is. But that's what I got to find out who you are. You have to know thyself true. You have to know thyself true, and you got to. I've done this before. That's when the destiny swap started. Was the last time I told the truth. Simple enough. Last time I told the truth, they did their research, and then they tried to do all this shit in the background. But now the people are fighting because they figured out that they forced God's hand. And sweet as they let the devil get involved. And once the devil gets involved, especially with these entities and shit that can be removed, you'd have to cast them out. Cast the demons out of them. That's what it is. I call it Reiki for entity removal, but you probably call it Jesus casting devils out of shit. And it's what it is. These people think they're the shit, but they're really just full of the devil. And sometimes that shit's made out of red devil carpet cleaner, and you don't want to intake. No. I'm sorry. Back to Roundup. You want to use the weed unaliver, Roundup. Roundup, once you unalive the weeds in your life, then you can grow. It quits choking out the tree of your life. It stops choking that shit out, and it's just what it is. Simple enough. But when I keep hearing that energy in the cards, they can't believe you healed from all their attacks, Pisces. And okay, cool. What Pisces are they talking about? It's just what it is. They say that they targeted you, Pisces, for a destiny swap gone horribly wrong. Whose destiny was that? And whose fault was that? I targeted Pisces too, but that's not my fault. I'm right in front of me. Simple enough. And they lied to us since birth. I think that's probably the most insulting part of all of it. However, that insult will not add to their injury. And it's what it is. Those that are getting karma, they deserve it. It's just what it is. They're getting exactly what they wanted for someone else. Simple enough. It's part of the divine plan. Patience is needed. They wanted to sacrifice an earth angel, and it's what it is. What comes around goes around. What comes around goes around. That's like wanting a starseed to pass away for your sins. That's what it is. That's repeating patterns. That's karmic's repeating patterns. What are you doing? That's karmic's repeating patterns, and we're tired of karmic's repeating patterns. That's what it is. They're repeating pattern karmics, and I can't do anything about that. See, Pisces, they treated you like Jesus in the past life, and I thought, well, duh. I told you that. It's just what it is. And some of us have experienced more pain than a human can possibly imagine. But there's a plus side to that. How can you possibly know what a soul has gone through unless you go through it yourself? And it's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. The universe is in charge. God's got you in his hands. Simple enough. We can promote peace. Pisces can get your nose and take away their aim. They'll have nothing to aim at. You'll be punching Voldemort's noseless face. Simple enough. Anyway, starseed read, shall we? God got us all to do is angels, archangels of the ascended light. I ask that I be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time, for myself as well as I do readings for. Namaste. It's just what it is, because now that these truths are coming out, we're going to flip it around, because it's no longer, come on, redneck, swing that whip harder. No. Now it's, come on, redneck, swing that redneck harder. And it's just what it is. It's redneck on redneck crime. It's redneck on redneck crime, and that's fine. Thank you, Spirit. That's fine. It's just what it is. Let he who hath not sinned just throw a handful of stones. Just what it is. Throw a handful of stones and hide those hands. So that's what they do. That's fine. And just what it is. You want people to be people. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit. It's just what it is, though. But I mean, my thing is, now that they know that we are divinely protected and there's really nothing they can do about it, the quicker they figure out what they're going to do with one another, the better. The quicker they figure out what they're going to do with one another, the better. Simple enough. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. That way we can continue on with our lives. And I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of, because she did. She said, "Oh God, look at all these people." And with God's wrath and natural disasters, oh yeah, she knows. Pushing up Daisy knows. With God's wrath and these natural disasters, it's just what it is. I mean, you can ask them to do the right thing, but they don't know how to do that. So it's just what it is. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. Simple enough. Simple enough. And it's what it is. I mean, even if I take their nose, and they don't have anything to aim at anymore, they'll just pretend. They'll just make shit up. They'll make shit up. That person has a nose, so I'm just going to make up a reason to aim for it. And it's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Especially when I hear, Pisces, you have these people fighting over your golden aura. Okay, well, cool. I'm focusing on Pisces with golden auras because that's where my focus is at. People are fighting. I want no fucking part of that. So let them fight. As a matter of fact, hurry up. We're ready to get on. The meek are ready to inherit the earth. Hurry up. Get rid of one another. I don't care where you hide your problems. Cover your problems up. Quick. The quicker, the better. we promote peace and shit, but nobody likes any of that. So it just sounds better. I mean, the more mobs with mops cleaning up Italy from natural disasters on my birthday, the better. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. They have to do. That's the thing is they wanted to work us. They wanted free labor from us. So God gave them free reasons to have to work harder. Simple enough. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. That's what it is. I mean, when I hear that, they have forced God's hand trying to fight destiny and fate. Look at all these people. Oh God, look at all these people. Okay, well, it's just what it is. I mean, I can't do anything about that. Didn't we say months ago, body bags for everyone? I can't do anything. That's what she said. She said body bags for everyone. Now you got people fighting over golden auras, failed destiny swaps, karmics getting karma in Karmaville, people wanting to play God in your life, only for God to play God in their lives. It's just what it is. Cards in the upright. Cool. Thank you for that, Spirit. Ooh, and I mean... Yeah, so I mean, we're looking at that's going to be the right eye. So yeah, it's going to be an eye for an eye situation, and there's no way out of it for them. It's just what it is. Sorry, scrying moment. It's going to be an eye for an eye situation, and it's what it is. I mean, you're talking about people using old cliches like, a leopard never changes its spots, and zebras never change their stripes. When a chameleon is spots or stripes, depending if they're in front of zebras or leopards. So, simple enough. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of dark entity attachment activities. That's what it is. We can't get out of it. Simple enough. They let it go on for too long. And I'm protected from that shit. So, it's just what it is. I disintegrate them. So, simple enough. The sun, it cleanses that shit instantly. What is done, the dark comes to light and then just goes, ah! And it's just what it is. Entities don't like me at all. But yet, they have to hijack humans to do anything. And she was absolutely right. Divine Feminine Tarot, you were absolutely correct. They can't even write. That's the thing. This sounds like a good idea. Smash! And it's just what it is. It's just what it is. They have this great idea, and then they get within the light and short circuit. I guess I don't know. That's what it is. I mean, we've seen fire magic backfire around me. I've seen these car wreck spells backfire around me. I now have the light in my kitchen, and I don't even have the candle lit. I didn't even light the candle, and it's what it is. I'm drawing in a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy to produce this aura. Simply because it is. I mean, we just have to have this mighty shield of protection due to so many stupid people on the planet, and I can't do anything about stupid. About there's so many of them. There's just masses of dumb fucks on your planet, and it's what it is. I mean, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? You let it get so far out of hand, and it's what it is. I mean, they're only as smart as their leader, and he already told you he's going to hell. So follow your leader. No, starseeds are not going to be take me to your leader. Oh no 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 no! He's taking you to hell. That's what it is. And I mean, firing hellfire missiles at UFOs with us knowing that that's divine light, and what you put into the divine light goes back on you. They were talking about Merkaba means chariot. So, while they're shooting hellfire missiles at Iron Man will probably return Kundalini fire. And it's just what it is. It's just what it is. So, back to the reading. Yeah, see, it's all about the Earth Angel. Simple enough. Where is that Earth Angel with that life force energy that y'all keep talking about? Golden auras that Pisces has people fight. And when I take their nose, once I take their nose, they shouldn't. It's weird because I mean everybody wants to pop them in the nose. Once I take your nose, there's nothing to pop. There's just nothing to pop except for that snake's head. Now, and we went over that. That snake's head definitely needs to be popped. See, like there's a whole body to that snake, like a human centipede, like a train. It's like they're running a train on each other up to the snake's head. It's just what it is. You want to just like grab the tail of the end of the snake, and then it goes until it gets to the head, and it goes pop, and the head just pops right off that snake. Simple enough. Look at that. Yep. What do we need to intend on spiritual protection? These people have none. And the more that they want your own just shows the more about how they've been rejected by God. And I can't do anything. Rejected by spirit, rejected by the divine, rejected by the light. Because, I mean, they're just basically people that are in the dark and didn't do the fucking work. So, people in the dark that didn't do the fucking work, we're going to continue to be aware of something. What are we trying to be aware of, Spirit? Ooh, the flowers. Yeah, fuck, there's flowers all over this place to smell. And it's like scratch and sniff wallpaper. Cool, huh? No, that's not true. Anyway. Yeah, see, virtual fog. None of that shit is true. They have been virtual fogging you, and it's what it is. And I mean, now you can use my analogy on Roundup. And I mean, that basically revolves around the fact that they couldn't patent God. They couldn't patent God by making laws around cannabis. Simple enough. However, when it comes to religious practices, spiritual practices, things of that nature, versus just sitting around and manifesting exactly what you see in your mind's eye through the old shamanic practices, that's what it is. That is the same thing they are doing. If I know removing negative energy, if I know that you have a window, hang on a second, I'm listening to the bells. Meditative bells. It's not Hell's bells, it's meditative bells. Anyway, if I know that you have a window of opportunity right before you wake up and right before you go to sleep that is very impressionable for subconscious programming, and you've got people that are falling asleep to movies and shit and things of that nature, it's what it is. You've got people that are walking around in a state of basic mass hypnosis, and the entire point of bypassing the frontal lobe over top of the empathy and the mammalian brain to the reptilian brain to control the reptilian part of your brain is getting there. They have to trigger sex, fight, or flight. Those are the three things that it controls. Sex sells. War is what reptilians govern. That's what it is. And flight, they use fear. So you've got fear tactics, you've got war tactics, and you've got sex cells. Okay, cool. So they're targeting the reptilian brain that operates sex, fight, or flight. There are three ways that jinn they summon enters the human vessel. Make no fucking mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. Using that forbidden magic was the dumbest thing they could have possibly done, because if we can do soul retrievals, if we can do these ceremonies that raise our consciousness, that allow us to manifest, then cool. Then there is a dark side to that can do the same thing, except what? It was like Susan was talking about. Instead of retrieving your soul, they're fragmenting their soul. And if it only takes a spark of light to operate a human, it only takes a smudge of dark to take over and hijack one of these half-wits that's running on basically sex, fight, or flight. Simple enough. You can't take how the reptilian brain is controlled and throw forbidden fucking Egyptian jinn magic into the situation. The three ways the jinn enters the body is the three ways the reptilians control you. So now these idiots are they're stuck, they're exposed because, some jealous woman got her hands on information she wasn't, or had someone else do it. Who knows? You would have to go talk to them. Yeah, all over a sacred union. I mean, that's the funny part about this whole, twin flame nonsense, power couples, whatnot. And that was the thing. Anything that they block only makes room for something better to come in. If they're blocking a union with you and another person, it only made room for God to come in. God does not put rings on your fingers, ladies. He puts halos on your head. Do you see that person right there in like a meditative state? You see that? You see that crown? You see that crown with the higher self and then the big self, and it's what it is. And you're walking around in your bubble of light with a crown right there. It's the sacred union. So that's a crown. It's a crown right there. That little smudge, that's a crown. Higher self, right? So what are they jealous of? What are they trying to steal? They're trying to steal that crown. Okay, cool. What is it protected by? All of that divine light. And they wanted to flip that upside down. Why? Because they're stupid. They thought it involved another person. Once you come into union with the divine, you come into the union with the divine. Everyone is divine. Simple enough. And they wonder, we have to stop this person from coming together with what? The divine? This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. Let me just look off to the left and go, some people. That's what it is. And yeah, I mean, they forced fate and destiny. They forfeited their destiny. They forced the hands of fate and forfeited their destiny. Who could ask for anything more? Simple enough. Simple enough. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Yeah, what do we need to explore? The energy exchange. Right? They've been harvesting energy off of Pisces. This card shows you exactly how I call my energy back. Simple enough. Simple enough. A picture says 1,000 words. We can't believe Pisces is calling back their energy. Yeah, I can't believe that much of it's coming back. It's simple enough. It's an energy exchange. I can't call my energy back if they didn't harvest it. Simple enough. Simple enough. Reiki can only be used for positive healing purposes. That's why they're losing their abilities, and I'm ending up with all of them. It's just what it is. Simple enough. They tried to steal my abilities only for me to end up with theirs. That's what it is. Whatever tools they were trying to use to take abilities away from me, it's just what it is. I took their ass to the crossroads. They're trying to sacrifice me, only sacrifice themselves. Trying to take my spiritual gifts, only earned me theirs. Trying to take my spiritual protection, only gave me a double fucking layer after layer after layer after layer after layer of it. It's because they're just not smart people. They're just not. And I can't do anything about that. So, Pisces, don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, great. I think Google's broke. I think Google is broken. So it's what it is. I mean, go run your numbers. Go run your numbers in Google and say, I see what it tells me. It's in the comments. I see what it tells me. And I don't give a shit about people fighting over auras and trying to steal crowns. That's a them problem. That's a them problem. And I mean, the inevitable is what it is. Can they get out of it? No. What comes around goes around. They can't get out of it in any way, shape, or form. And they're looking for someone to be mad at. Cool. They can be mad at themselves. It's past life fuckery that has carried us. The past returns, but only for a short time, because that's what it is. They're in God's hands now. And we all know how God cleans the house. And thank you for your comment. Yes, I absolutely agree. It's just what it is. I mean, when you expect God to come and clean up earth during the Hopi prophecy, he does that. He vacuums with tornadoes and shit. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Pisces, they want to set you on fire because they'll think you walk out of the fire. Yeah, well, I want to see them walk through a tornado because I know it'll jump over me. So, that's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Anyway, back to you, because it's what it is. It's know thyself true, not fucking sit there without a clue. So you want to run your numbers, and it's what it is. I mean, ask lots of questions. We're trying to figure out, because I can't worry about anyone else. They're trying to sacrifice someone on this planet. So I have to look for that person while that energy basically bounces back on all these people, and whatever she means by that. I mean, it is. It's going to be shocking for some people to hear, and it's what I don't care. I don't care what they wanted for others, what they wanted for themselves. They're getting exactly what they wanted. Okay, great. They got what they wanted for someone else. Okay. Give them a fucking round of applause. And Pisces, get your popcorn. Get your popcorn, Pisces. Simple enough. Yeah, and it's what it is. And your witchy tarot readers worried about the golden aura of an individual that's incredibly INFJ psychic. What's that shit about? And how many of them are now having their witchcraft backfire and go back on them? And when I hear that, it's going back on them and all involved. And I know that the teacher takes the karma from the student, and those teachers have been teaching their followers to go up against the chosen ones. That's going to be shocking, especially for the subscribers, because I mean, they're a part of that tree with rotten apples falling off of it. Simple enough. And I mean, that would be the thing that's now the divine readers have to identify, because that's why these readers are getting all these people. Well, yeah, that's the masses that follow them right into the hole that they dug for someone else. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. I don't care to. I don't care to do any extra work. It's just what it is. It's extra work. Everybody's on their own path, even if that shit does lead to a early shallow grave. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. It's what they wanted for someone else. So it's what they get. What they wanted for someone else is what they wanted for themselves. Okay. But that's the thing, is they don't even care about the people that are around them. Because I mean, when God delivers that cosmic wrecking ball death blow, it's just what it is. I mean, that one person is the problem, but they've got all these casual dressing. They're in casual dress. That's what it is. They're dressed in casual attire, just casually strolling around, these half-wit morons that are catching karmic retribution and divine judgment. Simple enough. Dong. I can't do anything about that. And I'm go over to the community page and whatnot. I'm gonna go see what the kingdom is talking about. And it's what it is. I mean, fighting people. Stop that shit. You have no nose. You don't even have anywhere to know. And nothing's better than he who shall not be named. Just leave Voldemort, the reptilian-headed looking monster, where he is, and carry on. There's nothing more here to see. Break it up. That's what it is. Focus on your own fucking golden aura instead of someone else's. Unless You're completely unaware, and you've been dumbed down by these half-wit morons, and they didn't want you to know who you are, and now I've given you the recipe for your own disaster. I've given you the recipe for your own disaster. You don't need to be worrying about someone else's disaster. This isn't Captain Save a Disaster. Dong! This isn't Captain Save a Disaster. Yeah, and I mean it is. People can't believe what they're seeing. Well, that's because we were spiritual warriors. We were already burned at the stake and shit in a past life. So probably some of us several is what it is. But a lot of people are going to be shocked and appalled because you got two choices. You can, I am God, or you can go with the Most High and watch God's wrath take these people out, which is what I chose to do. It's what I chose to do. The only problem with that, it draws people to, oh God, we have to send demons and shit towards that light being. So anyway, I mean, if they want something to argue about, let them go argue with Google, and at the same time, figure out who the hell they are. See just how far down the demon totem pole they are. And then raise, they can ascend. They can ascend up the demon totem pole. Because it really doesn't matter where you're at. I mean, if you're following someone who knows they're going to hell, when someone says that, I know I'm going to hell, and people just, oh, we support you here. Let's get your hat. Let's get your hat and wear it on. It's basically a big dunce cap full of a bunch of dunces, and it's just what it is. So I don't follow the political thing, period, because it's all a fucking horse and pony joke. It's Roman bread and circus. Let's get these Cowboys fans in there with a bunch of cheese heads to watch gladiators down there in the field as a ritual, so that we can try to poison Caesar. So we can try to poison Caesar in a salad because we know he loves that Caesar salad. We know how Caesar loves that Caesar salad. Anyway. Boom. And I understand they have something to fight about. Cool. Let them fight about how fucking unaware they are, how easy Google is to use, and let them go use Google on themselves, and maybe they'll know something for a change. Hey, look at this. Look what I have found out about me. That's what it is. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm looking for chosen ones that they try to sacrifice. It's just what it is. You're more than welcome to join in on that little escapade, but it's what it is. I could care less. I really just don't. What am I more concerned about? People being pissed at the chosen one when they're going, oh, all these people. Well, yeah, that's their fucking magic backfiring. So go talk to whoever's laying there in the middle of all those people. Simple enough. Anyway, namaste.